Yesterday, there were arguments on the preliminary points, and the preliminary points had been raised by the respondents. They pointed out numerous issues which they alleged to be defects in the applications. So the entire day yesterday was devoted to arguing those preliminary points. At the end of the day yesterday, the court ruled that it was going to make a decision today as to whether to hear the merits or simply make a ruling on the preliminary points before dealing with the merits. So this morning, the court then decided to hear arguments on the merits and render a judgment both on the preliminary points and on the merits at the same time. That means that if the court upholds the preliminary points which have the effect of defeating the application, it will not need to make a ruling on the merits of the matter. The application will fail at that stage. But if the application dismisses the preliminary points, it means that the court will have to deal with the merits, and if it deals with the merits, it must decide whether the nominations were valid or not valid. If they were invalid, then the nominations will be set aside and the named candidates will not be candidates in the election on 23 August. But if the court dismisses our application, then of course they will remain as candidates and their candidature would have been confirmed. Only the electoral candidates whose papers were validly placed are going to contest in the election, and these 12 will not be on the ballot. And if there are any where there was only one candidate, it means that that candidate would have no election being conducted. They automatically become the successful candidate in that constituency. We are quite confident about the prospects of success of our case. I think it's a case which has merit, and I think the court is likely to be convinced by our arguments.